All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dr. Stone, Season 3, Episode 11, Found the
Okay.
Platinum.
We got ourselves the material that they can then use to,
Bring everybody back.
depetrify everybody.
Yep, awesome. Mission is a go.
I love the way that Kohaku actually, communicated that in such a way that brings up the difference between people who were, unpetrified or people that were, actually from the stone world and stuff.
Yep.
Using actual writing, hieroglyph style to communicate ideas that would only be communicated one way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
great. And
I felt like old Dr. Stone in a lot of ways.
exactly. And Ginro, you never fail to fail us. Keep it up, buddy.
Always silver, never gold.
Yep. And even that is generous.
Yeah, but silver has some uses. It
Right.
just gets constantly passed over, you know.
Yeah.
Here's
No,
some
it's-
of Granny's
yeah.
silver, you know. Just passed along down from someone else's granny, from someone else's granny.
That's right.
But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Just going straight for it. Awesome.
Yep.
Like, you can't just take the whole thing, so do you figure out a way to open it and get the platinum specifically?
宇宙船ソユーズスパイチームが見つけやがったぞ白夜たちの残した究極のお宝をよ
Damn.
今この中に全人類を石化から
And she
復活
punches
する
it.
魔法石プラチナがある
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
See, what they actually do is once Kohaku gets them the info, they just deposit Suika there, and they're like, all right, you stay there and do whatever you have to do to open this up, you know.
So
never notice that you're there.
melds into it, and suddenly her eyes pop out of the dirt as
Yep.
bigger versions, and it just starts rolling.
I'm imagining Suika with like a Shawshank-style little rock hammer, just tink, 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 tink.
Exactly. Thousands of years.
Oh,
外角の金属はいかに文明の英知を結集して数千年という歳月には耐えなかったのだな中身は一体
Whoa.
弾ああもし無事残ってんならなちぎりでお手軽確実な長期保存法だ
Oh, shit. Okay.
all right.
So this is just an outer wall that they put on
Right.
it intentionally to make sure it would stay preserved.
力ずくで石を開けたが
Yeah.
こ
Now,
んな敵の根城の中心でそ
yeah, that'd be a bit noisy. Yeah, that's why you need a Suika, to be quiet, precise.
全人類を救う科学の秘宝があるというのに敵陣の中でしょ音も振動もまずいんじゃ
バレないようにそーっとサクッと大きいし壊すなんて
He makes a water drill.
サイレントボムみてえなもんがありゃなあそうねすごい中二病の暗殺兵器みたいなものあればね
Yeah, so Judy of you. What? Eh?
いやだから実際リアル
Oh, wait. Yeah.
あるぞサイレント
Ah!
騒音なしでコンクリートぶち壊すためのもんだ商品名だったかもな性的破砕剤
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, just dissolves it. Yeah.
エメラルドグリーンの液に白い粉を混ぜっと
Yeah!
早速混ぜてみる
Yeah!
爆発はしねえよ石膏ができるだけで
Oh!
中にある石膏像のあれ
Oh, wow.
All right.
いよいよプラチナ入りの宝箱開封ミッションと移行
Oh my god.
また出たネズミだ変なネズミなんですよ
They're very strange rats, yes.
当主様のためのダンス練習
Oh, yes.
していただけたらなって
Please judge whether my dance is
Yep.
good enough.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Ooh. Even Ginro's terrified.
銀狼とタッグで奴らの注意
Oh no, Ginro,
About
you're
you
gonna
and
be
Ginro.
next.
Yeah, yeah.
それに比べてこっちの女はなんだ
Oh no.
ちゃんと踊れ
See, that's the way to make it take a long time. They'll have lots of pointers for you.
これは
Now, did you send instructions?
アホほど細い穴でいい
Oh, right, yeah.
メスライオンじゃと言ってもこっちの声は聞こえないのだったな。わずかな音は避けられんぞ。
Wow, it's quite
A
loud.
whole lot of noise.
どうしたら。
俺の槍何してんだお前
Kino!
Is he actually gonna come in?
Oh, that's my type.
Yeah.
A woman that uses a spear. Oh,
A woman who understands the importance of thrusting.
oh. Hell yeah, Ginro. Incredible.
すごすぎない？どこでそんな操術。
戦わずに逃げる。こういうそれっぽいだけの無意味な槍の動き。
Ah, nice.
かっこいいこと言ってないからね。
What are you talking about? It's incredible.
Yep. Tactical retreats are an important tactic.
剣管2本丸ごとぶち込め。ただの硫酸湖の水だ。
Okay.
白い粉の方は貝の粉混ぜて。白い塊が溜まったら今その説明はいらねえな。
どうせわからんからな。
あとはほっと。
Nice.
石膏の結晶が爆弾だ。
And they're measured just enough to break them. Perfect.
膨らむ。アホほど狭いや。
It expands. Okay.
1平方センチあたり300キロもの超絶パワーで。
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
ぶち込んだのが昼間だからそろそろか。果たして本当に。
Just like that. All right, Byakuya.
未来で何が
Oh,
せめて希少鉱物俺らからの宝箱だダイヤ
Holy shit.
プラチナ
oh my gosh.
世界中の石化もサクッと解いちまうだろうよ
Across time and space.
Yep.
グッドじゃねえよバーガー。実に地道なもんだ。必ずいつか科学は静かに石をうがつ。
Oh, that's so sick.
Yep.
こじ開けたぞ。巨石の宝箱を。ルルネ
Right, so
ー
it's
ム
nice and
100物語
brittle
が
now.
真実であれば、この球体の中心部にプラチナが眠っている。探して取り出すとなると、これはめっぽう難しい仕事だぞ。解体にはどうしても音が出る。妙な音でも鳴ってくれれば、そこに何か異物があると発見できるが。
なんだ
Yeah, hopefully not.
いや、無事だろう。
But you might be on a timetable now.
That's just gold.
おそらくはこの砂自体に価値があるのだ。
Okay, so how are you going to gather that up?
石の世界の大地のかけらを科学の力で活用してきたじゃないか。なかなかどうしてすっかり私も。
割れたんだろ自然に誰かガンガンぶったたいてる音でもしたってんだよ
Well, no. Well, then clearly,
Yeah.
there's no way it could have broken without it being hammered.
モーターがゴミすぎて軸がブレる。国は使えたけどね。
Yeah, an actual flying
使えん
drone.
のはドローンだぞ。墜落するわ。
I like that he's struggling with this, though.
手が欲しい。
Yeah, I need my
That's true, because
craftsman.
you don't have him. Yeah, what you'd really want is like a little bit of the stuff so you can like bring him back.
Perfect.
Now it's probably not a full load of the stuff, right? Or maybe. Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
you got all of it. That's gold.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
ただの砂？
キラキラしてるんだよ
No.
砂金だ。
Yep.
白夜たちが集めやがったんだ。
Oh, shit! And wait, but gold is a great conductor. So
小さい川でゼロからせっせと天然の砂金には場所によっちゃアホほどたまにだがな。
So there might be a
Okay.
tiny bit in there.
プラチナがこんな砂一粒が
Oh, shit.
さすがに厳しいがせめて指先サイズ欲しかったとこだがな。
No, it'll take you 100 years. Yeah, yeah,
プラチナがどんだけレアな石だと思ってんだ。
yeah.
real rare.
トンあたりたった 0.001 グラム。一粒でも終わりがてえくらいなんだよ。てちゃ
Yep.
何十年かかるか。
Yeah. Oh, shit. There's a lot.
They looked for a long time.
どんどん出てくるんだよ
こんだけ集めるのに
Yeah.
何十年。
Oh, my God.
もし人類が滅びたらよ今度はもう無理ゲーって説
Oh.
地球表面の掘りやすいとこにある人類がもう漁り尽くしちまってっから生きねえで積むっつう話な。
Oh,
Okay.
damn. But that's wrong.
新文明のスタートダッシュのために
We need to collect it ahead of time.
少しでもかき集めて未来に残さねえと。
Oh, what a guy! Oh, shit!
役に立つ
Oh my god.
And
たねえかもしんねえ。
this is all in the belief that Senku will someday
Right.
get revived somehow.
だって俺は宇宙飛行士だから
Yeah.
地球最後のな科学の未来のために働く。
Wow.
Okay.
それが俺の仕事だ。次の飛行士に
Yeah, we're going to space.
6億7510万2440秒。
Yep.
1、2。俺がくたばったらよ。そこの周り
Just
に
throw it all in there. Oh. Oh.
10億1459万9センチ。
I don't know what it is, but there's something powerful about seeing someone dedicate their life
Yeah.
towards something so simple because of love and because of hope.
And
it just
and belief in someone else.
Yeah. It's something, I don't know what it is, but it's so beautiful. Yep. And then he's done. Yep.
よかった。前向きに倒れられて。
Yeah.
水面に宇宙が映って
Yeah.
俺じゃなくて構わね
Wow.
You go right up there in the Hall of Fame, Byakuya, of anime dads. You go up there. You're one of the stars.
To be fair, the Anime Dad Hall of Fame
Holy
is
shit.
と秒数刻んでた千空ちゃんと
And your dad counting little bits of platinum.
何
Yeah.
十年も
Yeah.
砂集め続けてくれた千空ちゃんパパ似てるね
Uh-huh. That's human tenacity right there. That's
え。
That's all it is.
血はつまんじゃね
right.
パパじゃないってこと
Oh,
えがな。
guess
白夜が
not.
言ってたのは細けいことは知りやしねえし興味もねえよ。関係ねえんだ。
Right.
んな子だ。
Ah,
He may have been your father, boy,
but he wasn't your daddy. Yeah.
だって繋がってんじゃない絶対心折れない
ああ、そ
Yeah,
の
you learned that from him. Senku, you learned that from him. Yeah.
いただくぜ白夜。
Ah,
の何十年
Holy shit.
fuck.
ここで作んぞ。
All right.
活液無限生産マシン爆誕だ。
All right.
Oh.
どうしたんだろう
Oh no.
They're going to investigate it. Yeah, so if you want the rest of the stuff that's down there, you'll probably have to.
通路
Oh, glass.
氷
No.
透明の氷の部屋みたいなところから
Oh no, they're gonna draw the connection.
侵入し
What the
My
fuck?
God. He's like, okay, it's my time to go on the hunt.
That was a face.
このなんかいかにも科学って感じの恋数な装置で
みんなの石化が解き放題なんだよ
靴ではな。
Wow.
Okay.
何十年もかかって集めたお宝
Nice, and they hooked it up to the
結局どこに
to the car to,
Right.
for the motor.
触れるだけでいいからな。
That's it.
このピタゴラスイッチみてえな迷路突破して
Yeah.
フラスコにじわあの奇跡の洞窟の水称賛だ。
その賞賛ってのがなんだかはさ正直未だにさっぱりだけどもこれだけはわかるよ
Oh,
みんなで長らく奪い合った
right. Yep.
奇跡の水は
We found it. Yeah.
ない
It's science.
ついに科学でちゃんの手のひらで作られ始めた
Oh, the civilization here in this island as well might also overthrow their leaders because that they know that they can be revived from that.
Sure.
They don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
it's not
it
an
anymore.
ultimate fear anymore.
科学王国総員
Oh,
Hell
wait.
yeah.
But if they know there's intruders, they'll probably watch this even more closely. Oh, okay. All right.
Everyone JoJo poses
Yeah.
while our butler is there just tastefully like
Right.
石化構想を
Blocked.
奪う最終バトルのスタートだ。そそるぜこ
Nice.
All right.
Classic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a finale. Maybe something at the end of the CD though. Sometimes
That was
I
a-
wonder, I get it again.
I can only imagine what the manga panel for that face must have been like, especially if it was on like a page turn.
Oh,
We have an
guy.
intruder. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
wow. One, if they wanted to start a revolution, one way they could do it is that, oh, we have a good amount of nitric acid. Sneakily apply this to one of the statues of the people that have been, you know, like turned to stone in the village. That's like hasn't been shattered yet. It's being kept for like, you know, like sending a message, and then suddenly they're back, and then people are just like, wait, what?
All right, that was
Okay.
a powerful, wholesome,
Yep.
emotional episode. We, of course, Byakuya, anytime you're on screen, anytime your story gets developed,
He's an
you're-
absolute Chad.
You're
Because
the
of course
best.
he is.
You're absolutely
Yep.
the best. While Senku did learn a lot from him, the fact that Byakuya believed in him and hoped in him and put all this faith in him,
Spent
and
his
Senku was-
entire life making sure that if there was anything he could do, he'd do it.
he'd do it.
Yeah.
And he also guided the rebirth of humanity in such a way so that all the elements, would be in Senku's favor as the ones that he could control. But he could only do so much.
Right.
So the fact that Senku is now here, is doing all this, and while things have gone a bit tits up in a lot of ways with regards to just their situation right now, you're still helping them, even though things are going so poorly.
Yeah.
So that was just really powerful. I also just love the feeling of the person that died believing in something larger than themselves.
Yes.
And
it ends
you
up
can
coming
see it
true.
actually working.
Yeah, even if it's thousands of years later, you know, like that's really cool.
that's just
And
that hits the emotions. You know?
Also, I gotta say, I feel like we don't get enough anime characters dying of old age, and you know, especially with like the
it makes sense for this story.
it makes sense for this story, and to have the anime dad character that is actually a good anime dad, in fact, a great anime dad.
Yep, Hall of Famer.
Yep. And to watch him grow old as all of this stuff is happening, the vulnerability, the weakness, the frailty,
falling, the weak
exactly,
knees, yeah.
right, the
pain.
fact that he's like, because oftentimes anime dads are like having the sort of Giga Chad energy where
Too
it's like,
larger than life.
yeah, too larger than life, right?
The Hohenheims. They do
Yeah.
magical things that
Exactly.
are like, how
you know,
could you even
the Thors, you know, like that kind of stuff, right? And while Byakuya definitely has those aspects to him, the fact that when we see him here, we get to see that's more than just how they might appear with the you know, the brash demeanor and that like confident, you know, smirk
Well,
and
yeah,
all that
that
stuff.
relentless confidence and optimism. Yeah,
Right.
Right here we see the good.
The acceptance and the peace.
I
and
rolled
the-
I rolled up on the 50-50 of potentially, you know, falling, you know, backwards, but yeah, I don't mind not being the one looking up.
Yep.
Okay.
Like-
I love that so much. There's no ego here.
Nope.
You could also see the futility in which the people around him didn't get it. Meaning
Right.
he probably had recruited them many times to help with these kinds of things, but their priorities were elsewhere.
Right.
So they're like, why are you this old kooky guy caring about the rocks? We voted you out of the town leadership, old man. We know that you're important because you're the village elder, but like, you tell us your stories and we remember the stories,
Yep.
but like,
But
how do these rocks help us? And it's like,
Right.
well, they don't. They're gonna help us
Exactly.
way
And that's-
down the line.
Hence,
Well,
probably why he had to wrap them up in stories. So it's there will be lessons in these stories that are very important, and then the fact that, oh, by the way, it's also the the key,
Right.
for everything else.
but he
is-
died with no one helping him.
Yeah.
No one was around him helping
Yeah,
him,
that's-
meaning that human beings of the time realized exactly what he was probably doing and decided still,
Nah, not
yeah,
worth
that
it.
doesn't really help us now, so
Yep.
you do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put the stuff in there for you.
We'll of course honor your
Yeah,
dying wishes, but no, your living wishes.
You'll do your thing, and we'll do
No.
ours. Yeah.
And it's wild that he was able to get this much despite that. I
Yes.
almost saw that as the great tragedy, is that he
How
died
much more?
believing in his son while no one around him believed in him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the idea that
Nobody
he-
listens to old people, don't you know?
Well,
yeah.
well, right, but even then, it's the idea of someone who dreams about something beyond them, that's not how humans tend to work.
Right, and that's-
we think about survival first.
Yep, and if you-
we're scared. We,
And that's probably the real reason why people are pessimistic about the idea of if civilization did have to start over, right?
Right.
Not just the whole minerals thing and resources and all that stuff, but like the
we don't
fact
have
that
a positive look of humans in general.
yeah, which totally makes sense. It's easy to get jaded in the modern world, especially. But
Just humans' history.
yeah,
You don't need to look at modern
But-
times. Just
but like
look back a little.
here in this situation, Senku is able to have the idyllic situation where he is able to win over everybody in a lot of ways because they're able to look at things with the fresh eyes where people
Yeah,
today
because they're born of this new world.
yeah, exactly, right. Yeah. And so awesome.
So here we have this beautiful image of father and son reaching across the stars, clasping hands,
Time and
handing
space.
off the light. It's beautiful. It's perfect.
yeah. Yep.
It's the quintessential nature, I think, that makes Dr. Stone more than just a hey, we're doing some kooky chemicals and then occasionally having some battle shown and stuff.
Right.
Like it taps into something
The feels are real good.
intrinsic in the nature of humanity, and it works really well when
Yep.
they focus on it. So
Yeah.
here we go. This is a midway finale because this season was split into 2 parts. So we'll be starting
Yep.
the next part immediately after this. I do like that our minister was not shown to be so incompetent that he would ignore this. He's like, no, we're investigating this. And he immediately determines, based on the glass that was left over from the bottle that shattered,
Yep.
oh, I've seen this material before on the boat. Therefore, even though it's not from the boat, he draws the connection that they're the same thing.
And so-
therefore, there's an intruder here.
Right. Some people escaped from that. They're still out there. We got to find them.
Right. And I like that that's a very simplistic view to look at things. It doesn't mean that Ibarra necessarily has some modern
It's
knowledge.
not right. It's not like this is glass or this is a thing from the old world or whatever. No, he doesn't have to know about any of that.
He could.
He could.
He could.
but
he
I-
probably doesn't.
Yeah,
just off of this info here.
Yep, I don't think he does, but that doesn't mean that he's not still going to be competent because at the very least, if he's, helping keep this society, or the main one keeping this society under his thumb, even though he has his enforcers, he's going to have a decent head on his shoulders, right? Like,
Yeah. And we also still have the mystery of who the actual,
the real leader is.
or
Yep.
if they're one and the same person. So we'll see about that.
One of these days, I'm gonna get a story where that is actually the case, where the second in command that's all like super, good at it and everything, and our mysterious leader. No, it's actually just them. But it might not be this one, and I am totally okay with that.
Yeah, totally okay with that too. Having the story lean so much into this kind of survival hidden amongst the strange islanders situation here is a real pivot for Dr. Stone as a show. Like the
Yes.
fact that we are in this arc, if you will, is very different. The fact that it's continuing into the next half at this point where we have the platinum, we have the revive fluid, we have the means to generate an infinite amount of revival fluid, means that we're not just getting big progress from this arc. We're drawing a racetrack towards the end of the series.
Yes.
So this is the crucial kind of shifting point towards the end of Dr. Stone as a whole. And that's a really exciting prospect there, because an arc like this could be something that would feel so different or
It's
strong of a pivot that you don't feel
right. People
attached
could get
to it.
lost by it. Yeah, because this is very different. Just in the way that it has been able to very effectively make things feel tense and desperate and dangerous because of the whole thing of
Our party's so small.
our party's so small and everybody else got petrified, right? Like that's the proper stakes where it's the oh no, we're in danger, and yet at the same time, it's both less danger than we had during war where people could theoretically die, but we know nobody's gonna die. So now, because it's not death, they're I'm more worried.
Right. I think I'm more worried. And it also, I'd say, is one of those areas where, in a lot of ways, I don't have as much issue with the why don't they just crush the statues? Why are the RC cars just working at all? Like, these kinds of things don't seem to bother me as much because we're making such good just general progress with the larger narrative.
Yep, and if we only really show Senku start to struggle with making stuff once we get the potential solution for those struggles, like, you know, the
drone
nitric
motor.
acid, but yeah, like the drone motor and things like that. And then, oh, hey, what's that gold dust going to be used for, right? Like, maybe because they don't have Kaseki, they won't be able to like make all the, you know, fine-tuned wires for conducting stuff and whatnot. But like, I'm sure that is absolutely going to be used to make some very high performance like electrical devices. But
Yes, probably.
yeah,
But yeah, the image also as well of the ancient civilization panning for the exceptionally rare material, toiling for decades and decades. I feel like there might be something even evolutionary about the way that hits us emotionally, because it's
sure.
the idea of human struggle is basically about mucking through the gunk and everything there so that we have those single moments, those days, those times, those connections, those little bits of platinum in our life where we go, oh, that was a life worth living.
Well, and
yet we have this guy who offers all of that he mined up to someone else.
Oh, yeah,
and it's not for him.
Right.
I
think that especially
Yeah.
is very much like an innate primal kind of a thing that is what puts Byakuya into that kind of paragon level, because that is what parents are kind of supposed to do, right? You know, it's
on some level,
it's the fostering of the next generation so that way they can, you know,
Yeah.
your ceiling is their floor, you know, that
Right.
all that whole
and that's
thing.
probably the evolutionary part so that we don't
Right.
die out as a species.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, all the people that didn't do that, their line hasn't survived, you know.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
but in this case, it's the like full quintessential embodiment of that, right? Where, you know, to the point that he's still sifting for gold and / platinum, you know,
in his
until
old age until he drops
he
dead.
actually drops dead, you know. Yeah.
Like I think I'm reading a bit too into it with they weren't believing in him, they weren't doing it. This could have been just his river, you know, for all we know.
Or he's the one who best knows how to, I don't know. No, he probably could have taught them if they
I
really
think he
wanted to.
absolutely
Yeah.
could have taught them. It's not complicated what he's doing here.
Yeah, it's
I think
grunt work, basically.
Yeah, I think that's more the thing of where, rather than take away from the emotional impact of him being the one that's doing this and making the sacrifice, they chose to focus on him.
Yep.
But it implies a couple things to me that I think add emotional impact to the scene and the connection across time and space for Senku and Byakuya.
And it does make a lot of sense that there would be that struggle with the other people of his time, because not only is there the, you know, people maybe not taking the old folks as seriously or whatever, right? But on top of that, like Senku brought up at the very beginning of the show, that the biggest problem is getting to the point where you consistently have like shelter and food and all of that stuff,
Right.
so that then you can actually worry about like developing things
like
and
this.
whatnot. And so, you know, everybody else, you know, all his descendants and everything might have just been thinking, yeah, but like, you've got your thing, but we still have to like hunt the boar and all that stuff.
Yeah, I do think that there could be a thing as well where he did it in this measure specifically also because nobody would help him, so that it would create this legend a little bit and thus add value and merit to the story.
Sure.
Because then if he does this, then it's he believed in something.
Right.
We need to take every
Yeah,
single
showing that
story-
depth of conviction.
Yeah.
That adds to the mythos. Yeah.
But it's wild
Okay.
to think of the idea of humans creating their own mythos in real time by the nature of the way that this story just went, but then also Senku acting within that by bringing all these people in and
Yep.
spearheaded towards humanity's progression of being revived and everything. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.